What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to That's Delivered. It's Q&A series with Trucking Ray. And the question asked is, do people actually notice the work that truck drivers do? Truck drivers love to say no one appreciates us. And to be fair, sometimes it sure feels that way. You get cut off in traffic, someone complains you're going too slow, and someone else is upset because you're trying to merge. After a while, it's easy to believe that no one notices what we do. But I don't think that's true. I think most people notice truck drivers far more than we realize, and they don't always stop and say it. Something happened recently that reminded me of that. I was at a Love's travel stop where I was wearing my work uniform, just grabbed a few things before I get back on the road. And while I was shopping, I noticed an older couple walking through the aisle together. It reminded me so much of my wife and myself. She looked over to her husband and said, "Don't forget the checks mix." And I laughed to myself because I immediately thought that sounded exactly like something my wife would say. She always reminds me of things I need to get so that I don't forget them when we're out and about. That's funny how the little moments in life remind you of home. A few minutes later, the woman noticed my uniform. She smiled and simply said, "Thank you." I smiled back, and before I could even respond, her husband grinned and said, "She loves you guys because all of the stuff she orders." I laughed and I told him, "You're absolutely welcome. And I thank you for everything that you are also doing for us." That was it. Maybe 20 seconds, no speech, no big production, just two people acknowledging each other. But honestly, the little conversation meant more than they probably realized. It reminding me that the appreciation is usually quiet. We tend to focus on the negative because that's what sticks with us. If 100 people pass by without saying anything and one person honks their horn because they're impatient, guess which one we remember? The negative one. But that doesn't mean that the other 99 don't appreciate what truck drivers do. I think about your own life when your refrigerator is full, when your medicine at the pharmacy needs to be there, or you're trying to get a gift for someone you love and the present arrives, or when you order something online and it magically appears at the front door. There's a truck driver somewhere in that story. Most people understand that. Maybe they don't think about it every single day, but they know. The shelves don't get stocked themselves, the warehouse don't fill themselves, the hospitals don't receive supplies by magic. The economy doesn't move because someone wished it into existence. It moves because millions of people wake up every morning, do their jobs. Truck drivers are one piece of that puzzle, not the only piece, but an important piece. And here's something else I've learned. People who appreciate you most aren't always putting out a post about it online. They're busy raising their families. They're going to work, ordering the things they need, living their lives. And sometimes appreciation shows up in the simplest ways: a wave, a smile, someone moving over to let you merge, or a child pumping their arm, asking you to blow that air horn, or an older couple at a loves reminding each other not to forget the checks mix. And those moments matter. As a driver, we also have to remember something: respect goes both ways. If we want people to appreciate truck drivers, we also have to appreciate the people that are getting things delivered to them. Without customers, there's no loads. Without consumers, there's no freight. Without freight, none of us have a job. And that's why I thanked her. She thanked me for delivering, and I thanked her because she represented the people we serve every day. And that's what keeps America moving. So, do people notice the work truck drivers do? I personally believe they do. So, maybe not every single person, maybe not every single day, but I think as a whole, a lot more people appreciate truck drivers than we give them credit for. It just takes one short conversation to remind us that the work we do matters. And for me, the conversation that loves was all the proof I needed for a while. I'm Trucking Ray, and I don't claim to know it all, just want to learn about it all. And if you think um, you have a story to share that touches your heart, feel free to reach out to email at truckingray.com. Let me know in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, don't stress, just do your best. And that's delivered.